Another fine mess.
Priority message from Starfleet.
On screen, Lieutenant.
We have reports of an undetermined number of Elasi pirate ships in your sector. You are ordered to proceed to the Harlequin star system immediately and investigate. Starfleet out.
We have arrived at Harlequin. Two Elasi ships approaching the fact, Captain. I'm also picking up an ion trail from a small ship, probably a scout. It left the sector just as we arrived. It appears likely that we interrupted the pirate attack on the scout.
Message from the Elasi captain, sir.
We'll show you what happens to those who come between us and our prey. Prepare to die!
Raising shields.
Arming weapons.
Aye, sir.
The ion trail of the scout ship leads to the Harlequin system, Captain.
Picking up the subspace signal, sir. It's very weak.
Patch it through, Lieutenant.
Enterprise? Is that you, Kirk? Friend Kirk, I can't believe they sent you to rescue me.
That sounds like... No, please, say it isn't.
I have a visual signal now, sir.
You come to help me, Kirk. You've got to help me. I have had a terrible misunderstanding with the Elasi traders. Traders! They're out to kill me, Kirk.
Fancy that.
No, see here, Kirk. I sold my Mud's Miracle Digrimers in perfectly good faith. A little sideline work, you understand. Now they won't leave me alone. No. They're tracking me again. I can't send coordinates. You have to come protect me. I'm a registered ship with the Federation. Mud out.
I'm afraid his ship is registered, Captain, and regulations require we respond to his distress signal.
Lowering shields, Captain.
Aye, sir.
Spock, come with me. Mr. Scott, you have the car.
Welcome, Captain Kirk. So glad you're here. The Elasi have been terrible trouble to me.
Well, you're terrible trouble to me, Harry. Tell me what this is all about.
I happened upon this ship not long ago, and dutifully registered as salvage, mind you. In the hold here, I discovered one of these devices in that box over there. When I tried one on a wall, it floated off the grease and dirt. Perfect for cleaning, near as I could see. I peddled a few of these Mud's Miracle Digrimers, and everything was going perfectly well.
Then something went wrong, right?
Actually, no, Doctor, not then. I'd started offering a few other little items I found. Mud's Limited Coffee Substitute, a great little specialty item. Lenses to affirm packaging build-your-own telescope kits. The collection of novelty paints, things like that. All of a sudden, the Elasi pirates are asking for me in every quadrant, wanting to know where I'm getting my goods.
I see, Harry. Well, we'll look around here while the Enterprise remains close by.
Look around all you like, Captain, but I'll be keeping an eye on you. I registered this derelict as my salvage, and I don't want you running off with all my prizes.
Harry, as official representatives of the Federation and of Starfleet, we recognize your rights to legitimate salvage. Need I say more?
I understand perfectly, Captain. You carry on, Captain.
Given the past record of Harry Mudd, Captain, I strongly recommend that you do not trust him.
Mr. Spock, whatever gave you that impression? I thought Vulcans were supposed to be logical.
I am. Your record is that of a greedy, amoral, sociopathic fraud who preys upon human emotion, most notably gullibility.
For once, Spock, I couldn't have said it better myself.
Why, I've never been so insulted in all my life.
Jim, you can't seriously be thinking of helping Mudd after all he's done.
Bones, Federation law is clear on this. Federation law protects everyone, even Harry Mudd.
Yeah, and we all know how devoted I am to Federation law.
About as much as the Klingons are devoted to pacifism.
So, you say you know how to break the gambling machines on Kurlon 4?
It's a system that cost a gambler his life, boy. He crawled up to me and whispered it with his dying breath. And it can be yours for a mere 200 credits.
Sorry, Mr. Mudd. My mother didn't raise any fools in her family.
Starfleet! You're all the same. No sense of adventure!
Why do I have the feeling that I'm about to have a bad day?
Kirk, now that we're together...
It was a rhetorical question, Harry.
Done. Done. You already have that. Done. These two things fit together like they were made for each other.
A most interesting technology, Captain.
If the Alassi gets hold of this, they'll make Mudd seem like a perfect caretaker by comparison.
The device has finished loading, Captain.
A red triangular button.
I believe, Captain, that this weapon must be hooked up through the main weapons battery. However, I've already examined the weapons console, and the main weapons battery on this ship was completely destroyed in the action, which made her a derelict. Mr. Scott would have to go over this thoroughly, but I would recommend we try to take this weapon with us to the Enterprise.
I don't think we should tinker with technology we don't understand, Spock, and I'm surprised you'd suggest such a thing. I agree that we should take it aboard the Enterprise. I'll try to raise the ship. Kirk to Enterprise. Kirk to Enterprise. I don't think we should... I'll try to raise the ship.
You get no response.
A most interesting...
If the Alassi gets hold of this...
The control panel has... The control panel has... I believe, Captain, that this weapon must... However, Mr. Scott would...
I don't think we should tinker with technology we don't understand. I agree that we should take it aboard the Enterprise. I'll try to raise the ship. Mr. Spock, come take a look at this. This is evidently the main bridge. What do you make of it?
This is clearly the control center for the ship, Captain. I cannot deduce much information, but I do observe two things.
Go on, Mr. Spock.
This station definitely is configured differently from the one beside me.
This shouldn't be surprising. After all, there are two stations.
That may be, Doctor. But if you'll recall, all the Enterprise's different stations link into the same computer network bank, and...
What else can you determine at this stage, Mr. Spock?
These people have a fixation for the number 6, and even divisors and multiplicans thereof, 3s and 12s in particular. I believe this may be the necessary first clue to understanding the aliens. This seems to activate the ship's computer bank control node. Given the aliens' predilection for multiples of 3, it may be possible to use our tricorders to decipher the information carried in these data banks.
That would be quite a find, Jim. This is an alien race unknown to us, and they are certain to have knowledge new to us.
Were the universal translator available, this would be simple.
With the Enterprise out of range, that's not an option, Mr. Spock. What else can you do?
I believe if Dr. McCoy and I conjoin our two tricorders, we may be able to process enough sample data to get a basic understanding of the aliens' computer system. This will completely tie up both our tricorders for an extended amount of time, however. Nothing to report.
There's nothing there requiring...
Both our tricorders are now working on basic processing of the aliens' computer data system. The tricorders are not the equal of the universal translator, but we should be able to retrieve basic information and get an insight into their culture and life systems. I don't believe we could have gotten even this far had we not deduced their fixation on base 6 mathematics and aesthetics. The tricorders are again available for general use. The alien ship's computer data is now accessible from the ship's library. I believe I have downloaded enough information to our tricorders to enable operation of most of the ship's controls, Captain. Not all topics will necessarily be available, Captain, nor do I believe we can get full details on all data. The tricorders could only do so much processing. It would be worth our effort to locate the central data banks for delivery to the Korniforos Life Sciences University, I believe.
To say nothing of fulfilling our mandate to seek out new life and new civilizations.
I'm receiving data now, Captain. Most internal and external functions are controlled from the bridge. These include engineering, navigation, communications, and sensors. Weapons functions are controlled from the weapons room. I have found an entry on an experimental long-range weapon booster recently installed, named the Huayos weapon. It does not alter the power of the primary weapon systems, but it does increase the range at which those weapons are effective. I believe I can produce a picture of a member of their race, Captain.
By all means, Spock.
Look at their physiology, Jim. I think this explains the Lashaeans' fascination with 3s and 6s.
It should be no surprise that physiology affects mind and behavior. I would say a 6-fingered, 6-eyed people would naturally develop their sciences and arts around base 6 numerical systems, just as I observed on the bridge.
Medical knowledge is comprehensive and lifespan is extended considerably over archaic expectations, with maintenance of quality of life. Interesting data here about the 6-eyed vision processing in the brain. Their eyesight must have been excellent and almost 300 degrees around.
You look but see nothing of note. You download major portions of the alien library onto the yellow spheroid.
I think this is the secondary state. Thanks to the library computer data, limited though it is, these primary controls give me access to...
Communications. View screen.
Done.
Communications. View screen. I guess the universe looks about like it did the last time we saw it. Communications.
Done.
Communications. Scotty, report.
The Alassi pirates have been driven off, Captain. We have damage and injuries among the crew. We just arrived back here a few minutes ago, and we've been trying to raise you on the communicators.
The local star seems to be acting up. Will there be a problem with the transporter? I want you to beam up the landing party, and I also want you to lock onto and beam aboard an alien mechanism we came across.
We can do it, Captain, no problem. At least right now, but the situation is only going to get worse. Are you ready to beam over now?
No, we want to look around some more. We'll call you on this channel when we're ready. No, I need to have a word with Harry Mudd before we go. Yes, bring us home, Mr. Scott. No, we want to look around some more. We'll call you on this channel when we're ready. No, I need to have a word with Harry Mudd before we go.
Captain Kirk, I seem to be missing a miracle degrimer. Surely you're not stooping to thievery, are you, Captain?
I was sure you wouldn't miss them, Harry. The patent authority wants these properly registered, and I'm sure you want to do the right thing. No, Harry, we're going to let you keep them to sell to the Alassi at incredible profits so they can use them against Federation authorities. I was sure you wouldn't miss them, Harry. The patent authority wants these properly registered, and I'm sure you want to do the right thing.
What? Where's the profit in that, Captain?
Did you know Stella's still looking for you? What's it worth to you for me not to tell her where to find you, Harry?
Consider it done. You have my word, Captain. Now I'm going to pick up just a few things, insignificant things, really. Then I'll be gone. Farewell, Captain. May your path be always trouble-free until we meet again.
When we meet, Harry, it always means trouble.
We have read your report on the problems at Harapan and evaluate your performance at 66%. You and your crew received 1 commendation point. A satisfactory performance, Captain, but there's still room for improvement.
I wired in that alien contraption to the torpedo system. It should boost the ship's firepower, Captain.
Thank you, Mr. Scott. I only wish you could wire Harry Mudd to a photon torpedo.
While you were away, Captain, I made some travel arrangements that I thought you would approve of.
Travel arrangements?
I think you'll be happy to know that I've arranged for Stella Mudd to meet her long-lost husband on Starbase 7, sir.
Approved, Lieutenant. Take us out of here, Mr. Sulu.